A fantastic signing for Juventus, who are very busy on the market. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Fabrizio Romano here as always to keep you posted on the transfer market. Today guys, we update on all the latest because we are entering into the final days of the summer transfer window. It's gonna be crazy. Many things to mention. Let's jump into it together. And so guys, one of the clubs of the moment, for sure the club of the week and the club of the Saturday, and let's see the next hours, is Juventus, because Juventus closed two important deals for two wingers. One is Nico Gonzalez, Argentinian winger from Fiorentina, 38 million euros package, medical today for Nico Gonzalez, who only wanted Juventus, and the other one is Francisco Chico Conceição from Porto, loan deal, no buy option included, but also, the player will cost 7 million euros plus 3 in add-ons for the loan. Then what's gonna happen? Next summer, he will have release clause around 35 million euros at Porto. The idea of Juventus and Porto in the next days, so it's not needed to do it now, it can be done in the next days, is to do a private agreement for the priority for Juventus to sign Conceição for that amount, the release clause, next summer. So there is not a formal buy option only for Juventus, there is a release clause, but Juve will have that kind of priority with a private agreement. So let's see what's going to happen with Conceição, but for sure double here we go for Juventus, and Juventus will continue because Juventus are still working to sign two Koopmeiners from Atalanta. The exclusive news a few weeks ago was that Juventus presented a new official bid to Atalanta, 52 million euros, 7 in add-ons. So Juventus really pushing on this one with a big proposal, and as of today still waiting for Atalanta decision. What I can tell you once again is that Koopmeiners only wants to go to Juventus. Even when some club from Premier League started calling to understand what's the situation of Koopmeiners, is there any door open for a Premier League club, the idea of Koopmeiners is Juventus, number one, Juventus, number two, Juventus number 3. Now it's on Juventus to complete the agreement with Atalanta, but it's on Atalanta to make a decision. Juventus are waiting, so let's see also what happens with Koopmeiners. Would be a fantastic signing for Juventus, who are very busy on the market. And Juve, even after signing Conceição, even after signing Nico Gonzalez from Fiorentina, remain interested in Jadon Sancho. Juve made contact, as I told you several times, guys, these days. The situation of Sancho is open. The future of Sancho is open. Sancho can still leave Manchester United. So I told you many times that Sancho was one to watch, and Juventus remain in contact with the agents of Sancho and with Manchester United. For Juventus, obviously, the formula has to be a different kind of formula compared to what Manchester United wanted. Manchester United were thinking of a permanent transfer. Juventus will not do a permanent deal in the final days, so it has to be a loan with a buy clause, with the salary to be discussed, because Juventus will not cover the entire salary of Jadon Sancho. So there are exchanges ongoing. Let's see what Juventus will decide to do. In general, the Sancho situation is still open because he could leave Man United, and the reason why Sancho was not in the squad is that he's also open to leaving Man United. So anything can happen for Jadon Sancho, and for sure he's gonna be one to watch for the final days. As we're mentioning Manchester United, who can leave, keep close eye to Scott McTominay again and again, because for McTominay the interest of Napoli is genuine. They had a bid rejected, 25 million euros, but Napoli are still there. Now they are completing all the formal steps for Lukaku, is already here we go, and then they hope to reach an agreement with Manchester United for Scott McTominay. So let's see how it's going to be the conversation Napoli-United in the next hours, in the next days. And then keep an eye, let's see what happens with McTominay, and keep an eye also to the situation of, for Manchester United, the new midfielder, because Man United need a new midfielder. Man United will sign a new midfielder, and the player is Manuel Ugarte. I know, guys, we received many questions from you about Ederson from Atalanta, many reports on the Brazilian midfielder. No, Manchester United are only working on Manu Ugarte, and Manu Ugarte is only waiting for United. This is the idea, this is the plan from end of July, with Jorge Mendes on it. Jorge Mendes is leading the conversations between United and PSG. Jorge Mendes is very busy with many things in the market. For example, Fabio Vieira from Arsenal to Porto on loan, Conceição to Juventus. So Mendes is doing many things. But among these things, there is also this important story with the situation of Manu Ugarte. So Mendes was the one who negotiated the contract for Lenny Joro, negotiated the contract for Manu Ugarte and Manchester United, agreement on personal terms since the end of July, and now Manuel Ugarte is waiting, patiently waiting only for Man United. He told again PSG that he wants to go, and so the expectation is for Man United to give the final green light to the deal in the next, let's see, days, hours. I will keep you posted, but is Ugarte, only Ugarte, full focus on Ugarte at Manchester United. Then we will follow the situation also based on the outgoings. And then guys, let me say something else for the final days. We always have many questions from Arsenal fans. As we said, Merino completes his medical, and then let's see if Arsenal will find a last-minute opportunity for the offensive positions. For Chelsea, it's quite similar situation. Chelsea are exploring opportunities for the striker. Osimhen, as I told you, nothing happens this weekend, so forget about Osimhen move this weekend. Is one for the final days. I always told you this. Let's see if Chelsea will be able to find a way with Napoli and with the player, because the player doesn't want a loan and Chelsea don't want to pay a crazy salary. So it's still complicated, but let's see if Chelsea can find a way, or Saudi Arabia remains a possibility. Also for Victor Osimhen, and Chelsea have also other options in the list. So the striker position, and then for Chelsea, is not guaranteed, so I'm not saying that it's guaranteed, but something that they are thinking internally in the conversations they're having is also to keep close eye to the defenders market for the final days. Because if there will be a last-minute opportunity on a defender, Chelsea could be still interested in covering that position. Again, it depends on what happens. We know the focus now is on the outgoings, Broja, Sterling, Chalobah is also really important, so Chelsea are working on the outgoings. But in terms of incomings, keep an eye. Osimhen, the striker, another player they still like, is John Duran, and then a potential last-minute centre-back. Again, it's not guaranteed, it's not sure, but they are discussing also about this possibility. And then, guys, let me tell you once again, keep close eye on Kingsley Coman in the final days, because Coman could be an option for Premier League clubs. Coman could be an option for Barcelona, appreciated by Hansi Flick, but the salary is expensive. Federico Chiesa is still in the list of Barcelona. Coman is still waiting for a move. Coman has still chances to leave Bayern. Remember, that could be an initial loan with a buy clause, so a big opportunity on the market. He's on a big salary, on a big contract. This is why the clubs are waiting last minute to try to find the best deal possible with Bayern. But Kingsley Coman could be absolutely one to watch in the final 5 days of the summer transfer window. Gonna be super crazy, very busy. Coman could be an interesting topic to mention in the next days. And so guys, let me know your thoughts on all these stories. We mentioned about Manchester United, Ugarte, Sancho. What do you think about Jadon Sancho stay at United or maybe leave? And also the activity of Juventus, what's going on with Chelsea? Do they need one more striker and one more defender, or you think no? And also Kingsley Coman. Let's see who can guess in the comments which club is going to sign King Coman. I wait for your opinion, guys. Here in comments, remember to like this video, turn on the notification bell, subscribe to the channel. See you soon with Fabrizio.